Now, casino relocation plan. We're taking an in-depth look at the proposal to relocate Newport Grand to Tiverton. The plan unveiled today comes a month after the owners of Lincoln's Twin River reached a deal to take over the Newport Casino. WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi covers Rhode Island business and joins us now with more. And Ted, how much is this about the new casinos being planned in Massachusetts?
It's really the driving factor, and what's really interesting is how clever Twin River's owners were and how they structured this. You know, it's going to be a year and a half before we know whether voters will approve this proposed casino in Tiverton, but just the possibility has to make investors and lenders think twice before they back a resort-style casino in southeastern Massachusetts, which would be the biggest threat to Rhode Island's casinos. It also might allow the state to get more money out of Newport Grand than it does currently if the project succeeds.
So why is the future of Newport Grand such a big deal for the state?
Two words: tax revenue. Let's take a look. We got some numbers together. In the 2 decades since Rhode Island legalized slot machines, revenue from gambling has grown into the third largest source of state funds. Take a look at these numbers. During the last state budget, slot machines brought in $462 million at Twin River and $45 million at Newport Grand. Now, the state keeps more than half that money, so it was about $307 million went to the state of Rhode Island out of the slot machines. That's 5 times as much as scratch tickets and other traditional lottery games. But up to $100 million of that money could disappear as the casinos open in Massachusetts and compete with the Rhode Island facilities, which is why state leaders are so worried about this.
So what's going to happen to the current Newport Grand site?
That's one of the big unanswered questions here. You know, Twin River would own that famous building with slots written on the side. Senate President Paiva Weed, who represents Newport, said today she's talked to Twin River and they've promised to work with the state and the city to come up with a new use for the Newport Grand facility that creates revenue and jobs for the city by the sea. Of course, Newport residents, they've always had a somewhat uneasy relationship with Newport Grand. We've seen that in the votes on table games there, so some of them would probably be glad to see it close down.
All right, a lot going on, Ted. Thank you so much. And there's much more about the proposed Tiverton Casino on our website right now on WPRI.com. You can